Hello, welcome to Engage Labs 2025. We are here for your podcasting pleasure. We're doing another Pitstop podcast. Remember, if you want to see all of our Pitstop podcasts, remember to use the subscribe button, like button, all that sort of stuff, because we've got loads of content coming your way. And the grid walk from this event alone is something not to be missed. So today we're going to go through and we're going to start our question as we always do. Who are you? Why are you here? And what do you want to talk about?
Hi, I'm Sarah Sallis. I am the founder of the Accountancy Office. So we're a small bookkeeping and accountancy practice based in Evesham, Worcestershire, just outside the Cotswolds.
Yep.
I'm here today for the first ever Engage Labs. I have to say it's excellent so far.
Mind-blowing, isn't it?
Yeah, didn't want to miss it. That's why I'm here. Looking forward to a great day.
So we'll talk to you about the practice a little bit, but let's go through some of these questions. So you've kind of stolen my first question, which was, what do you think of the event? Like, if you had one word for it, what would it be?
Bearing in mind, I've only been here an hour, but yeah, it's just amazing so far.
I got it was 6.
Yeah, it's amazing. There's so many different exhibitors and just so much going on that it's great.
The event industry at the moment, we've got the big events like Accountex is amazing. We love Accountex, but it's so overwhelming, isn't it?
Yeah.
This one, there's that levelness of like, okay, you kind of know most of the people here. There's kind of that, there's something really special about this event. And for saying it's their first one, absolutely amazing.
Definitely. Yeah, it's amazing. And it's really a great setup as well. You know, everything's easy to find. Yeah, like you say, so many familiar faces. It's great to catch up with people.
The weather's fantastic for us. That's what we want. So what are you most looking forward to at this event then? What's the thing that's really keeping you going?
I think just listen to the speakers, really. I'm quite familiar with most of the exhibitors because I think we pretty use all of these products.
Amazing.
So it's nice to catch up with some of the vendors as well and actually meet them in real life.
Yeah.
Because I say we speak to them regularly, but it's actually quite nice to speak to people in person as well, isn't it?
And the fact they're all in the same room, that's the opportunity to maybe go, is there any chance you two could maybe talk to it? I know we got Engager in the middle, like keeping it all there, but is there any chance that so and so and so? That's what this breeds, right?
Yeah, definitely. So and also, there's some great speakers as well. So
there is.
It's a great day, I think, just for like overall practice management, and we haven't got that in terms of like say all the other sort of trade shows.
Why was it never done before? Weird, isn't it? It seems like the perfect fit because the practice management software sits at the top, and like you said, all the other bits, even though you're using pretty much all of them anyway, like they're all integral to it, aren't they?
Yeah.
So you've only been in here an hour, so this one might be difficult. What's been your highlight so far? Was the coffee good? Was the train good? I don't know. I don't know.
I think it's just how easy everything is. From coming through the door, everything's like seamless. The opening was great as well. I love the bit of video like from the past to the present. I thought that was great.
That was Andy's he was really nervous about that, like how that's going to land. I thought it landed brilliantly, right?
Amazing. Yeah, I loved it. Yeah,
it's
really
brilliant.
Good.
Brilliant.
It really sort of makes you realise how far we've come, and I think sometimes we just take that for granted, don't we?
Yeah, exactly. So you come into these events then, and we give up our time and resources to come to them. And like you've already said, there's so many things, there's so many speakers to go to, so much knowledge is going to be thrown at you. How do you take action from this? What's your way of going, right, this is how I'm going to make the most out of this trip. This is how I'm going to make sure that I get back to the office or whatever it's going to be, and I'm going to take action, especially for people maybe who's never been to an event before, maybe a little bit nervous. What's your pro tip for them?
It's so easy to come to these events where, it can be, a fantastic day, but it can also be overwhelming. Because like you said, there's so much going on. There's so much to take in. The way I normally do it is I either make notes during the day of things which I've seen, people I've spoken to, or put them in my phone. And then so when I get back to work the following day, get into the office, the first thing I would do is look at those notes and think, right, what did I say I was going to do? Who do I want to speak to? And then I'll sort of make sure I action that and put it in the diary at least.
Yeah, I love that.
So I definitely sort of, keep a note who I'm speaking to, what I'm taking from it. And I say, just make sure I record that. And then the following morning it will pop up in my calendar and I've got no escape, no excuse.
I love that. And it's that putting it in the calendar, it's forcing you to go take action, isn't it?
Yeah, definitely. Because otherwise, like you say, it's so easy just to come along. There's so much going on and you've got to take action. Otherwise, it's all great information, but unless you're actually acting on it, then it's gone, isn't it?
Yeah, 100%. So let's talk a bit about your practice then. Have you got a specialism, or is it just local, or do you take anyone? Talk me through it.
Primarily started as local. I founded the firm 16 years ago now, but we work with clients across the country now. So we don't niche as such, but we do provide a full finance function. So we take care of all the day-to-day running of our clients' finance departments, basically.
Amazing.
So we are their finance team. But having said that, we do have quite a large number of annual clients as well, sole traders, tax returns, that sort of thing. We're sort of out of the prime tax season at the moment, but getting ready for April. we're quite a sort of small firm, but we've got quite a lot going on, different sort of areas of the business. Really.
Love that. What's the tech stack? What you obviously Engagers at the top there.
Obviously, Engage, yeah, it all starts with Engager. We joined Engage about 12 months ago now,
Amazing.
and just haven't looked back. It's just changed
Yeah,
everything.
yeah, yeah.
You know, and you don't realise 12 months ago how labour intensive everything was. Yeah, and there's a bit of setting up involved, but once we've got that done, we're just away now. We've just started using AdFin, direct debits, and things like that. Literally only last couple of weeks, so we've
Yeah,
just
same,
got onboarded with
same.
that. Apron for data capture, payments, tax calc for accounts and tax return
Brilliant.
software.
Yeah, yeah. So this really is a
Zama.
perfect space for
Yeah.
you.
Zama we're using for AML because obviously that links in
Yeah.
with Engager as well.
Game changer, isn't it?
Yeah. So yeah, email and everything we just run on Microsoft Office and Teams and all.
Brilliant,
that
isn't it?
sort of
Yeah,
stuff.
yeah.
But those are our sort of core products.
Loving it, loving it. And how many staff?
We are currently a team of 3. We do have 2 part-timers as well with us currently as well. We're looking to take on, hopefully, another full-time person to sort of help with some of our bookkeeping, our accounts preparation and tax returns. So recruitment's a bit of an issue as well. But yeah, so we're sort of, you know, a bit of a mix and match of full-time and part-timers at the moment.
That's the one thing missing here, isn't it? It's someone to solve that recruitment issue. We could get the AdFin or an apron for the recruitment industry. Would be, yeah, that's what we need, right?
Yeah,
we need
definitely.
a disruptor in it. So,
yeah.
I mean, ICB's here. Maybe ICB can help. Maybe we speak to them.
Maybe, yeah.
Okay, so let's talk about the industry itself then. What do you love most about this industry?
I love everything about the industry, really. I think it's such a vital component to business owners, one which quite often is overlooked, you know, because I completely understand as a business owner myself, it's hard work being a business owner.
Yeah.
And if you put yourself in the shoes of a business owner who hasn't got any sort of accounts or bookkeeping sort of knowledge, it's an extra chore, isn't it?
Yeah.
And I think if you've got good systems in place, you've got, you know, that help and that advice, it can make all the difference to your business. So that's what I really sort of like. And I think there's so many opportunities as well, especially with MTD around the corner.
Yeah.
It's always changing, you know, and a lot of people might think, bookkeeping, accountancy, that's boring. I don't think I've ever had a boring day.
No.
Every day is very different, particularly because we're providing a full finance function. We are integral to what our clients do. So it's building those long-term relationships as well, moving along with technology, improving what we do, improving the service that we provide as a result, and making most of the opportunities out there as well.
Yeah.
I think I'm probably in the minority with MTD because I'm actually quite looking forward to it.
Same, 100%. Yeah.
But
there's an opportunity there, right?
Exactly. Yeah. And I know a lot of accountants are absolutely dreading it, which I can understand from some perspective. It's a huge change. It's going to need a lot of resources, particularly for larger practices. But like you say, there's opportunities there as well, isn't it? So I think it just depends how you sort of look at it. But I appreciate it's going to be a lot of hard work for some.
Yeah. I just see it that, you know, it's that starting the step where it means that more businesses, more entrepreneurs out there will get access to more help because they'll have real life information in real time. And, you know, we're encouraging best practices by having digital first. And, you know, the big one I saw the other day was a client of mine who never used digital software before, and they had no idea what their debtor days was and who they owed or anything like that. And you put them onto the software and they're like, wait, I know that this is how much it's, and it shot them. It like it floored them when they found out that they owed all this money or they were owed all this money. And I was like, well, yeah, but we can take it a step further. There's software that can help you chase that money for you and everything else. And you're changing that business round, right? Like you're giving them that opportunity for that business to flourish. And that's what it's about.
And that's what, you know, the accounting industry is driven on, you know, systems, processes and people. And if you get all those 3 things in place, the difference you can have on a business is fantastic. It's forever changing. So there's always something new. It makes it quite exciting. But that's the way I see it. I know not everybody does. And I think sometimes it's not necessarily considered to be the most exciting industry for young people to consider. But I think it is. And I think sometimes, you know, it's got a bit of a tainted reputation, really.
I feel like that's a conversation talk we have a lot on our podcast and we talk about it a lot. But I feel like every one of us can help on that. Like we don't shout enough about the good stuff about it, right? Like they're helping the practice. I'll be completely honest. I don't enjoy filing VAT returns. I'm sorry. Like it doesn't bring me joy. But helping a client does, right? Helping them take them to that next step. Like that little story about just helping someone sort out their debtors. Like so rewarding, isn't it? That's what we need to be shouting about the rooftops about.
You know, some people, business owners, don't realise the importance of bookkeeping and how essential it is to everything. And they think, sometimes it's just, well, I can do the bookkeeping myself, and they go away and they enter the invoices, and then when they come to us to do year end, the numbers are completely poles apart from where they were expecting.
Exactly.
And when you start picking, unpicking everything, it's like they're like, oh right, and suddenly you can show them, and they say, oh well, yeah, I didn't realise that. Oh yeah, I thought it was, something else. And it's just being able to like transform business as well. Sometimes,
100%,
we've done that. We've had clients come to us who are still very much manual intensive, find it very much an admin burden, don't have any clarity on their numbers, winging it day by day. As long as there's money in the bank account, the business is
They
doing
feel
fine.
like they've done fine. Yeah, exactly.
But then, when you get the systems and the process in place, it completely transforms it.
And I think also, like, you've given them that chance to go live their dreams and do what they want. Like, we'll always remember one of our clients who finally got the opportunity to build that farm shop that they've always wanted. Just giving them that runway, giving that opportunity, sitting them down with him, making that plan. That's what it's all about.
Yeah, that's what's really important. I had a call with a prospect yesterday, and basically was just looking for a quote initially. And I said, well, I need to know what your sort of goals are as well.
Yeah.
Your personal and your business, because they're all interlinked.
Exactly.
And that will help me tailor what sort of services you want. You might just need compliance, but if you're telling me you want to expand and you've got growth plans, then maybe you might need to factor in some cash flow reporting and things like that.
Yeah, exactly.
So yeah, I think it's really, really, really exciting industry. Yeah. It's particularly now, and it will carry on being that way. It's always going to evolve. If it's not MTD, it's going to be something else in another few years' time.
It will, won't it?
That's
Exactly.
what it is.
Exactly.
I've been doing it 16 years, and there's always something changing.
So that's what you love about the industry. What do you hate about the industry? What would you change? What grinds your gears? Go for it.
The only thing I would really change, I find quite frustrating, is communicating with HMRC.
Yeah.
That's, I think, one of our biggest bugbears. We have to file everything online for HMRC, but trying to communicate with HMRC, it's either on hold on the telephone line for about an hour, or writing to them by letter, and you might get a response 6 months, 12 months, who knows, take a guess.
Exactly right.
That's what I find really frustrating. That's not an industry thing, that's just a wider HMRC issue. It sometimes feel like they're driving us into the future with MTD and all those sort of different sort of things going on, but at the same time we're still having to write to them. It's like, what's going on?
We've got to find a way though, haven't we? We've got to find a middle ground with them.
Exactly. It is what it is. You can't change those things.
Yeah, exactly. All right, let's think back 12 months now, right? So if you could have got a time machine now and there's a 12-month from then and you look back to today, what piece of technology are you using now? Like either a gadget or an app or, software that we've got around here, a vendor or something. What one thing would you go, if only I knew that 12 months ago, that I would go back, I'll use that time machine to go and get it?
Probably Engager.
Really?
We used it, I say, about 12 months ago now, but it has been a real game changer for us, because it's just made everything more seamless. The automation's in there. Everything just runs far more smoothly now. We're less reliant on notes and things like that. I was always forever scribbling notes and things in my diary. Now I just set tasks.
Yeah, exactly.
It's very rare I would scribble things down in my diary. The only time I do it is I'm on a call and I just jot things down, then I'll put them into a task.
Yeah.
The workflows, the fact that now, we can mention other colleagues who we're working with, because we've got some outsourcing support as well. So we've got them in Engager, so we can mention them if there's work that actually sort of needs their attention. They've got queries for us, they just mention it us. So we live in Engager every day, and it's just made so much difference to our processes.
Yeah. Brilliant.
But I guess it's one of those things, isn't it? It's the thought of taking that leap, because it's going to be a little bit of pain. And it's like, is it the right time to do it? I know it's going to need resources. I know it's going to be my time to do it. But we did it at sort of like this sort of time of year, out of tax return season, which was the best time to do it. And it gave us time to set it up properly and get it all up and running.
We're going through the same process you really, by the sounds of it, with Adfin.
Yeah.
It's like, when do you make that properly? When do you go for it? And
I think as a result of Engager, other things have sort of come about, such as using Zama, because obviously that interlinks as well.
Shiny button syndrome, I call it, right? There's a
Exactly.
shiny button in Engager. It's like, oh, yeah.
Exactly.
But you almost trust them, right? Because they know what to partner with. They know they want to partner with the right people.
Yeah, that's it. And of course, the partnerships are ongoing. There's more going on in the background. So, I think that's sort of how keeping us at the forefront as well, really. Apron, that was a game changer as well in terms of data capture. Really sort of, user-friendly, easy to use.
Yeah, we just need to get them to get some Engager link somehow. I don't know what it is.
Exactly.
Right, every time I'm like, let's figure this out. Let's find a way to get them to figure it. But
everything has stemmed from Engager, I think, for us, really.
Yeah, it's brilliant. Okay, so that was looking 12 months back. What about if we look 12 months forward? we're looking 12 months forward. You know what's going to, like, the question,
Yeah.
we're always talking about the same
Yeah.
question, but AI, are you fearful of it? Do you think it's going to help, hinder? Do you think it's a fad? What's your opinion? Let's go for it.
I like AI. I'm forever using it. I mean, we use it for multiple things. It might be creating processes. It might be blogs, helping us with blog content. Might be just generating ideas for social media, all those blog posts. We don't rely on it, but we certainly use it quite extensively now. Even for, like, I'll say, our process documents, things like that. If we're stuck on things, or we need to include something like that in our newsletter, and we just get AI to generate something, and then we sort of personalize it and make it a little bit more us. But yeah, I think it's been great, like, to help us with a lot of those sort of tasks that require time to think about, because using AI just to generate the ideas has saved us a lot of time. So it's here to stay, isn't it?
It's
You've
here
got
to
to
stay,
embrace it. It's one of those things.
Exactly.
And again, that will continue to evolve as well. So you just
Yeah,
got to jump on
we
it.
talked to Adfin about it. Like, for them, it just means that they can have more confidence in where they're gonna, if they're gonna chase money for you. It's actually been, we need to embrace it. Like you said, we've got to take advantage of it.
Definitely. I think there's so many uses to it. That's the key thing about it as well.
Yeah.
We've started using it for, like, checking, like, reconciliations and things like that. Obviously, remove all the sensitive information, but just put the numbers and things. The opportunities with it are endless, really.
Yeah.
It's a key product for us now, really.
Brilliant. Well, that's it. That is the Pitstop Podcast. Thank you so much for giving up your time.
Thanks for having
You've
me.
got this camera here. It's probably the best one, but you can look into any that works for you. And it's time for you. Plug away. Where can people find you?
People can find me on LinkedIn, Sarah Sallis. Our website is accountancyoffice.co.uk. And I'm always just happy to chat to bookkeepers and accountants alike.
Amazing. Thank you so much for giving me your time. Thank you for being here on our podcast, Pitstop. This has been our Pitstop podcast for Engager 2025. Don't forget, we've got plenty more content coming your way. So make sure you like, subscribe, all that sort of stuff. And make sure you go follow on LinkedIn. That's going to be the best place, right? LinkedIn it was, wasn't it?
Yes.
So thank you so much. And we'll see you all in the next video. Bye for now.
Bye.